Good evening and welcome to Chicago for Game 1 of this NLCS between the Cubs and the Giants. Now, San Fran match up very well against this Chicago side. So, Aussie villain, how do you defeat them? Yeah, by scoring more runs than they do, mate. Last time I checked, that's still how it works.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. It is Game 1 of the NLCS. We were so close to getting past this series last season, weren't we? 3-0 up and stuffed it up, as the song almost goes. And, well, it's either going to be Boston, who were the best team in baseball this year, or a Subway Series against the White Sox, should we get there. Now, I'm a little bit scared about San Francisco, mainly because they appear to be a team in form, but also, if we go and have a look at how we match up against them, we only beat them 2 of 6. Which is not great, obviously. And if we look at offense and defense, now, as I said, we had the best offense in the league. That we should hopefully be able to rely on. They were only 10th, but they were the 4th best defense, and we were only 7th. But only, 64 runs difference over 100 and whatever it is, 60-odd games. Not a huge difference. But the thing that concerns me a little bit about them, though, as well, is they have a lot of left-handed pitchers. We're probably going to have 4 of the 7 games against left-handed pitchers, and we know that doesn't necessarily suit our lineup particularly well. So they match up well against us. They beat us in the regular season. What could possibly go wrong, I suppose. But there we go. Game 1 is here to get underway, so let's go and check the lineups.
On your feet, Chicago, as we try and slay the Giants. At first base, it's Vlad Jr. At second base, it's Cooper Pratt. At third base, it's Ellie De La Cruz. At shortstop, it's Arjun Namala. In left field, it's Bobby Patterson. In center field, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. In right field, it's Ernesto De Leon. Designated hitter is William McQuaid. Behind the plate, it's Moises Ballesteros. And your starting pitcher is Sandy Gaston.
Alright, so we can see the team sheets here, and the matchups look okay for us, don't they? So that's good. Nick Madrigal is playing for them. He was, of course, one of our guys for a long, long time. Oswaldo Peraza, we've had him. Do we have him at the Cubs? We definitely have had him at the Tigers. Whether we've had him here or not, he tends to end up popping up in trades early on when you take over a team, I find. But anyway, Petey Crow will lead us off in center field, then Patterson in left. Then we've got De La Cruz at third, McQuaid, Vlad, Ballesteros, Pratt, Namala, and De Leon. Still in a slump. Hopefully he'll get out of that. Their starting pitcher is Zach Eflin. He at 41. I'm assuming they're not all starts. Had a 5-8 record, ERA of 350, whip of 118 even. So Gaston is for us, 26 starts. I want to say he was probably I think he was just a starter for us this year. 7-2 record, ERA of 322, and a whip of 124. The pitching matchup is very, very even. Apparently the batting matchup's heavily in our favor. We are up against the right-hander, so we probably need to make sure we win this one. Alright, welcome to Wrigley. Allen 2 will lead them off. Excuse me, batting 286. I apologise in advance. I've got a bit of a cold that I've managed to catch from one of my kids this week. So we start with a walk, not ideal. So yeah, I don't feel too bad, but my voice, I think it sounds a little bit worse than I feel. Corbin Carroll comes in for them, batting 296, a 1-1 pitch. That is up the middle. And this is not the start to Game 1 that we wanted or needed. None out, runners at the corners. Now, Allen 2, we definitely played him last year, or did we play him earlier this year? He was at Arizona last year. Now, we beat Arizona in the playoffs, I think, didn't we? Vargas comes in, batting 320 postseason, and that is not the way we wanted to start this inning. They're 1-0 up, runner at second, none out, and it's a 1-1 pitch. And that would have been a very nice double play ball, but unfortunately, the wild pitch stopped that, didn't it? So 1 out, runner at third. Jacob Berry to the plate, batting 207 postseason, a 2-1, and that is going to be caught out there by Patterson. Can he stop the run? He can. So 2 out, runner at third. If we can get Vinny at the plate here and not have to worry about another run crossing, that'd be okay, and that is a walk. Wasn't a mile away, was it? 6? Oh no, it was low on outside. So it brings in Nick Madrigal. Once a cub, always a cub, mate. A 2-2 pitch. Madrigal stands there, strikes out, ends the inning, and we only give up 1 when that could have been a lot worse, I have to say. So Petey Crow will lead us off, batting 235. A 1-2 pitch. Come on, Petey. He has grounded it to the second baseman. And that... Oh, it's an infield hit. Well, that, for all the money, looked like it was... Petey Crow's injured on the play, and we've had to take him out of the game. So Kevin made a pinch run. So I'm thinking... I don't know what that's going to mean for the outfield. It'll probably mean De Leon will go to center field. Patterson might go to right, and either... Well, McQuaid probably can't come onto the field, so it'll probably mean Eldridge will come in. Anyway, let's deal with that if and when we have to. Hopefully it's not too serious of an injury, because in Game 1, obviously, that's going to be a double play. In Game 1, we can't actually do that much about it. Now, bringing Made in as a pinch runner as well wasn't the greatest move, because we've lost him as a defensive sub later on if we need him. Anyway, 2 out, none on for Dela Cruz. A 1-0 pitch. Dela Cruz grounds it to the second baseman. He has himself an infield hit. And it'll bring up William McQuaid, batting 278 in the postseason. A 1-1. McQuaid, is it going to find the grass out there? Oh, it's a diving catch. And it ends at the bottom of the first. So we are 1-0 down. Peraza will come up to lead them off, batting 185 in the postseason. It's a 1-2 pitch. And Gaston, with 2 strikeouts in a row, just might be on a little bit of a roll now. It is Avison Atenga. Is that how you would pronounce that? He's batting 217. It's a first pitch swing. He grounds it to our second baseman. Coops over to first. And that is 2 down. It's Blake Hunt. Now, Blake Hunt, we definitely had him at the Tigers, didn't we? Really good defensive catcher he was for us too, and unfortunately, not too bad with the bat either, as a 1-2 pitch gets sent down to the left field corner. So 2 out, runner at second, and it is Alan 2 back to the plate, walked first time around. The 2-2 pitch this time, and we've hit him. 2 on, 2 out for Corbin Carroll, who is 1 for 1. Another 2-2 pitch. And a strikeout. So we're playing with fire, but so far we've only been burnt once. So I guess that's not too bad. And Vlad will now lead us off, batting 353 in the postseason. A 1-1 pitch. Vlad down into left field, and that will find the ivy. That should be a leadoff double for Vlad. So we have the tying run in scoring position with none out. And it'll bring Ballesteros to the plate, I believe it is. Batting 400 in the postseason. An 0-1 pitch. Come on, Ballesteros. He has got it down to left field. Go, Vlad. That's going to drop in. I don't think it'll score him, though, having waited. So none out, runners at the corners. And it is Cooper Pratt batting 214. A 2-2. Cooper Pratt strikes out. That looked high and inside, did it not? Yeah, definitely was. Namala now 1 out, 2 on. He is batting 167. A 1-1 pitch. Anything for a double play, mate. That is going to score Vlad. Surely it's deep enough. Vlad's not the quickest, but it's deep enough. And Namala ties the game with a sac fly. And with 2 out, runner at first, it's De Leon to the plate, batting 167. A 1-0 pitch. Come on, Ernesto. De Leon sends it straight up. That'll be caught in foul territory by the first baseman. And we will go to the third, tied at 1. It is Vargas to lead them off, 0 for 1 today. An 0-1 pitch. And that is a ground ball. Namala has that over to first, and that is 1 away. Now I want to have a look at the outfield, didn't I? So Patterson, De Leon, and Made is playing left field for us. Interesting decision when we've got Aldridge. Maybe he wants to use him as a pitcher. Why couldn't we start him playing as left fielder as a 2-2 pitch hits him and bring him anyway? I know you guys have said that the AI tends to not do that, and suddenly we've walked 2, and with 1 out. We've got danger signs again. Madrigal 0 for 1. Double play would be very nice, mate. An 0-2 pitch. And that is into right field where Patterson is there and makes the catch. Runners stay where they are. So 2 on, 2 out for Peraza, who's 0 for 1. First pitch. Peraza up the middle. No, it's lined straight to Namala. And again, playing with fire but not burnt. Kevin Made 0 for 0, of course, having pitch run in the first inning. And Kevin Made gets one through the right side of the infield, and he has a leadoff single. Alright, in comes Bobby Patterson now, 0 for 1. He took double play last time up. This time he's just popped it up to shortstop, so a little bit better. We get to keep our runner at first this time. Dela Cruz, who's 1 for 1. A 1-1 pitch. Dela Cruz up the middle. It's going to drop in, I think. It gets past the pitcher in front of the shortstop, and it's a second infield hit of the game for Dela Cruz. So 2 on 1 out for McQuaid, who's 0 for 1. McQuaid strikes out. He just doesn't play in the postseason, does he? And it is Vlad now, who is 1 for 1. 2 on 2 out. Big at bat this one. 0-2 pitch, and Vlad strikes out as well. And we'll go to the 4th, tied at 1. It is Atenga, who is 0 for 1 to face Gaston. It's a 3-1 pitch. It's a ground ball. Ellie has it over to first, 1 away. Alright, in comes Blake Hunt now, who got the double, didn't he, last time up? A 1-2 pitch this time. And a strikeout for 2 down. And he'll bring in Alan 2, who has walked twice, I believe. A 1-2 pitch. And a strikeout. Make him swing, he gets himself out, apparently. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 1. Ballesteros, who's 1 for 1, will lead us off. An 0-2 pitch. Ballesteros strikes out. That looked outside as well, didn't it? But an 0-2 pitch, probably need to swing at it. It is Cooper Pratt, who's 0 for 2. 0 for 1, sorry. Hopefully that's not a premonition. It is a premonition. He strikes out looking at a full count. And it brings Namala in, who sack-flied last time to tie the game. It's a first pitch swing. Namala grounds it to the 3rd baseman, and we will go to the 5th, tied at 1. They definitely look to be a good defensive side, don't they? As Joswiak will now come onto the mound for us. His first action of the postseason to face Corbin Carroll. It's an 0-2 pitch. Joswiak is one of our lefties. And there's a nice strikeout to start things off, 1 away. The other ones, we've got Lonsway and DJ, of course, are our 3 lefties in the bullpen. So he's had 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Not a bad start to the game. Oh, 8 pitches. So he must have had some foul balls in there as well. So Jacob Berry now comes in 0 for 1. A 2-2 pitch. And another strike. Joswiak, mate. That was spectacular. Let's keep that going. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. De Leon to lead us off, 0 for 1. A 1-0 pitch. De Leon into left field. That should find the grass. It does. And De Leon will have a leadoff single. It'll bring in Kevin Maid. He is 1 for 1. A 1-1 pitch. Kevin Maid. It's not a double play, I don't think, is it? No, it is. So never mind. 2 out, none on. And it's Bobby Patterson to the plate. 0 for 2 today. First pitch swing. Bobby sees something he likes. And Bobby likes it a lot as he hits it into right center field, and that will be at least a double. Could he push it into a triple? He is going to stand at second. So runner in scoring position for Ellie Dela Cruz. He is 2 for 2, but I don't think he's had a ball leave the infield yet. And a 1-2 pitch. He strikes out, and we'll go to the 6th, tied at 1. It is Vinny to the plate. He is 0 for 0. Probably walked a couple of times. I think we might have hit him as well, actually. A 1-1 pitch. And that is in to right field. Bobby Patterson goes back. Makes a nice little leaping catch there. No, it's De Leon out there. Also, Patterson's gone to center field. De Leon's in right. I'm pretty sure that's not how I set up the outfield to be reconfigured. But anyway, Madrigal, who is 0 for 2. An 0-1 pitch. Madrigal up the middle gets himself a hit. Well, at least he got his hit with no one on. He could have done that at a much worse time for us. So 1 on, 1 out for Peraza now, who's 0 for 2. A 1-0 pitch. And that could be a double play. We get the one at second. We cannot turn it. So 2 out, runner at first for Atenga now. Can Joswiak get himself out of this inning? That is lined down into the right field corner. Hopefully, it's not going to score a run. Although if we could get the ball in a little bit quicker, that'd be nice. And it's going to be an RBI double. It really annoys me. Like, I know it's a game and all. It's expensive to code stuff, but just make it not look like he's standing there holding the ball, thinking what to do with it. It makes it so much worse. So a 1-2 pitch, a strikeout, but we give up the lead, or we give up a lead. One of the two. It is now 2-1 going to the bottom of the 6th, and McQuaid will lead us off 0 for 2. An 0-1 pitch. McQuaid grounds it to the second baseman, 1 away. That'll bring Vlad to the plate. He is 1 for 2. It's a full count. Vlad draws a walk. So 1 on, 1 out for Ballesteros now, who is 1 for 2. A first pitch swing. Ballesteros into center field. That will be caught. Vlad will go back to first. 2 out. And it is Cooper Pratt, who is 0 for 2 tonight. It is a 3-1. Cooper gets himself on base. So 2 on, 2 out now for Namala, who is 0 for 1. Already driven in Vlad once today. We'd love him to drive him in a second time. And he just might, you know, as he gets it down the right field line. Vlad will go home and score. Might we even take a lead on this one? It's Namala going for third. And it is a 2 RBI triple from Arjun Namala. And from 2-1 down, we are now 3-2 up. And we have a runner at third for De Leon, who's 1 for 2. A full count on him. De Leon grounds it to the second baseman. That'll end the 6th, but we find ourselves in front for the first time. And Joswiak will continue to Allen 2, who is 0 for 1. We're not going to walk him again, are we? No, we're not. It's a little dribbler back in front of the plate, and Ballesteros cannot make the play in time, so an infield hit. Corbin Carroll now to face new man McKinley Moore. We've barely seen him on YouTube this season. It's his first action of the postseason. There goes the runner, and Ballesteros can't get him again. So runner at second with none out. A 3-0. This is risky behaviour with the 3-4-5 slot coming up. So 2 on, none out. Vargas at the plate. He is 0 for 3. A 2-2 pitch. And that is going to drop in, and Patterson will keep them loaded. But with none out, Moore has a lot to do here to get himself out of this mess. Berry comes in now, 0 for 2. A 1-2 pitch. And a strikeout. That is huge. Potentially now a double play will get us out of it. Vinny to the plate, who's 0 for 1. Come on, McKinley. A 2-1. And that could be, get him at the plate, get him at first, get him at first, get him at first! Oh, did we get him at first? No. But we did get the out at the plate. Madrigal. Come on, mate. Once a cub, always a cub. It's a 1-1 pitch. It's down to third base. He takes his base. And that is... I don't know how we've done that. We can stretch while we try and figure it out. Okay, welcome back. Kevin May to the plate. 1 for 2. He is, both tonight and in the postseason, as he grounds it to the shortstop. That looked high too. That could have been him on base with a walk, I think. It was high and it wasn't high, but it was definitely inside. Patterson now against the lefty, Luke Little. ERA of 0 for him from 4.1 innings. Now this will be a good test. We're going to be facing a lot of left-handed pitching, which really makes me nervous and really makes me want to win game 1 here, as Patterson chips it over into the left field corner. So he has himself a 1-out double. Very nicely done. We might have a potential problem if the PD Crow injury is a little bit more serious as to what we do moving forward as Dela Cruz comes in. It's raining pretty heavy. We're going to have a rain delay. And we're back after 30 minutes for Dela Cruz, who is 2 for 3. A 1-2 pitch. Dela Cruz strikes out. In comes McQuaid. He has a 3-0. McQuaid draws a walk. So 2 on, 2 out for Vlad. And, well, Vlad, tee off, mate. Tee off. He doesn't. He grounds it into what would have been a double play. And we'll go to the top of the 8th. 3-2 in front. And Levi Kelly, for a first time this postseason, will come in to face Peraza, who is 0 for 3. It's a 1-2 pitch. Come on, Levi. Ground ball. Dela Cruz has it over to first. 1 away. All right. It is Candelario coming in now to pinch hit. First action of the... He's 0 for 0 with an RBI, so he must have sack flied or something. And very good at the old sack fly. You need a runner at third for that one there, mate. He is out, so 2 down. And it's Blake Hunt coming back up, who's 1 for 3. A full count. Oh, and it's outside. It looked outside the moment he threw it, didn't it? So that is 1 on, 2 out for Allen 2, who is 1 for 2. It's an 0-1 pitch. It's a ground ball to Namala over to second. Ends the inning. They are 3 outs away. Can we extend the lead? Ballesteros to lead us off. 1 for 3. First pitch swing. Ballesteros into center field. Is it deep enough? No. And it's 1 away. It brings up Cooper Pratt, who is 0 for 2. Now, he does like a lefty. 1-2 pitch. Cooper Pratt grounds it to the shortstop. That'll be 2 away. And it'll bring in, without a doubt, the hero of today's game, Namala. All 3 RBIs. He's 1 for 2. And he's got a 1-2 pitch to count with here, and he watches it. So we'll go to the top of the 9th with a 1-run lead in Game 1, and Montano will come out to try and close this out for us. It's going to be Corbin, Vargas, and Berry that he faces at a minimum. It's a 1-2 pitch on Vargas. Can we start things off? Yes, we can. All right, 1 away. In comes Vargas, who's 1 for 4. An 0-2 pitch. That should be caught. Patterson is just goes. Oh no, it's DeLeon out there. Sorry, isn't it? Just strolls across, makes the catch. 2 down for Jacob Berry. I don't like this. 65 contact, 70 power with a 1-run lead makes me very nervous. He's 0 for 3. It's a 1-0 pitch. It's a ground ball. Vlad's got it over to the base. He goes, and we've squeaked game 1, 3-2. So we just about did enough there. We've won it, and Boston are 2-0 up over the White Sox. So it could be, if things continue here, the 2 best teams in baseball. But like I say, I'm far from confident. We've got lefty next, a lefty after that. And then you imagine those 2 will go again later in the series. So that was a very important win for us. And we need to now see if we can, just somehow manage to keep this going versus the lefties. So if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. I will see you next time when there is a chance for us to progress to the World Series. Now, last time we went 3-0 up, of course, and lost 4-3. Let's hope we don't do that again. Now, one thing we do have to have a quick conversation about is what do we do with Yuri Perez? Now, he is back in a week, which means he could, in theory, if we were to make a World Series, come back in. Now, he's been injured for a long, long time. 4 months, I think. Let me know. What would you do? Would you bring him back in? Or do we sort of call it a season on him? Do we bring him back in the bullpen? Could be an option. There's a part of me that thinks we're better having him than not having him. But I don't know, like match sharpness. You know, is he going to be a little bit more of a liability than, just having not played for so long? So, yeah. I'm open to suggestions on that one. Anyway, guys, I'll see you for what will hopefully be Game 4. Probably be Game 5 or 6, though, won't it? Probably can't be Game 6. It'll be Game 5. Take care. Maths.